Sup, everybody? It's Madman Serpents. Title is Who is Madman Serpents? And I'm gonna explain to you what the title is and talk more about my about the live and stuff like that. And, and when will I be going live? And it's like during the due to the holiday season and stuff like that. I had to use a lot of my PTO and stuff, so I've been home a lot more, and it's been easier for me to be on YouTube. But next week, I'll be going back to work a little bit more, or a lot more rather. Miss Candy Reptiles, hello, how are you? Thank you for coming. So we're gonna start this one off right here. J Dog, J Dog is in the house. Indeed, he is. J Dog is in the house. All right, so we're gonna start this off. Isaac, how are you? What's going on? How you feeling today? I appreciate you coming by. So we're gonna start this off right here, right? You know, I am a published author. You know, like I write. I have a book published. Uh, Madman, The Thoughts of a Madman. Madman Serpents. Serpents is from me raising and owning reptiles, which is actually a business that I started, which was my first business, Anthony Stafford Reptiles. Um, so we're gonna start off with some thoughts for the day. I'm gonna do a little bit of talking, and you know, when you have those situations where a person may make you upset and aggravated and things like that, and as you still upset, the person that you was upset with is fine and going on with their day. So I don't remember the story word for word, but I remember the story, and the gist of the story was you had two guys, and they was walking, and both of the guys was carrying someone on their back, and the one guy left the person that he was carrying on his back at the river. So a couple miles, down the road, the other guy that was still carrying the one person was complaining about his back and him being weighed down. So the one person said, "Why is you still carrying that load when I left my load back at the river?" So what I got from the story was, why would you let something weigh you down and carry it for so long? You just leave it back at the spot where it started off at. I mean, don't carry it at all. Just leave it there because it's gonna become a burden on you. Now, again, things ain't always as good as it seems, and things ain't always perfect, you know, especially in my life. And we all go through our good times and our bad times, and we have our days, our good days, and our bad days, and we just try to make the best of it. I do. And so I'm gonna do some of my readings. It says one person here right now. Wait till I get some more people in the chat. But yeah, this is what so who I this is who I am, and again, Madman, you know, is part of the published author, and Serpents is from me raising and owning reptiles. You know, as I explained in the video yesterday, or the live yesterday, how I came about writing, and I never wrote anything ever in my life until I went through that experience that I went through in life, and from that moment right there, I started writing, and it's off and on now, but sometimes I have moments where I write all the time, and I write about pretty much anything. It depends on the feeling that I'm in, and so I could write about whatever, whether it's a love thought or a deep dark thought or a happy thought or something about a birthday or anything like that. I mean, I got good at writing like birthday cards or get well soon cards or for my one homie when your girlfriend leaves you and don't want to come back cards and stuff like that. And so it like I pretty much I like a challenge. So when somebody brings to me a challenge, I go for it. So I'm gonna wait, a little bit longer, see if I get any more people in here. And I see it keep bouncing on and off. So like I said, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer because I am gonna share some of my readings. And again, like at the word madman, the word mad is what I use, which they use is ill, a ill person, which means a mental ill person. So this is why I use madman to identify myself, Madman Serpents. And me, I'm perfectly fine, but what is perfect? Uh, define what perfect is, and perfect is a perfect is what a person see or what a person believe is being perfect. So what may be a masterpiece to you may be just another piece of work to someone else, and what may be a piece of work to you may be a masterpiece to someone else. So it's all in the eye of the person and with the taste and the like of a person. So that's the part that we all having our own opinion and able to like and have the free will to like and choose what we want to like things and have in our life. So that's again to each his own. Let me see what I'm gonna read first. Like I told you, I write things down and like I go back and I look over it and I say to myself like, dang, did I really did I really write this? So this one they don't have any titles. I just write them down and I just put the dates and stuff on them and things like that. So throughout my life, I have hurt many and many have hurt me. Every year trees lose their leaves and every year my age go up a number. It takes a mother and father to create a child, but only the mother to birth the child. A kid gains a new star every year. The wounds may heal, but that mark is there to them. The mark is there to reflect on. I covered my mirror because I hated the person that reflected. Till one day, by mistake, I seen that person wasn't me, but the person that was supposed to be. The years the leaves fell off, but didn't grow. The year the leaves fell off and didn't grow back. The number of this age brought greater days, reflecting on every mark and scar, but seeing the reflection of a man, not dwelling on the past, but in the deepest thought of providing a better life to the child who was birthed by a mother and lived without the father, that played a major role in the creation of his being here. That old tree died, but the old seeds planted But the old tree planted many seeds and deeply rooted themselves for a strong, everlasting finish. My being in life was created by another, my seeds to bring forth a greater light. And, well, I guess that was it. So, Abandoned Boys, what's up, man? I'm glad that you came through, man. Hey, check him out. Shed that love to him. Shed that love. I seen him in What's Up, Fams? LS, and he said he into reptiles. Today to snakes rather today. I'll just bring about my reading. So from with that right there, as we grow up, we go through many things and we gain scars in life, and the scars, the wounds may heal, but the scars is always there to remind us of the things, know what I mean, that we've been through in life, so that we never forget. And the journey that we take in life, we reflect on those scars and wounds that we had and have, and we grow from them to be a reminder of the things that we went through, and as we grow, we constantly nourishing, and to us, to those that have kids, we plant our seeds, and the kids grow, and they'll always be a reflection of us, and once we gone, they gonna be here long after we go. So that was pretty much the gist of that one story right there. Let me see what else I have. Let me see. Another thing that I wrote, like I said, it's like that right there. I was watching a movie, and that movie right there pretty much inspired me to write that right there. And like this one right here, I was watching, I was watching something, one of those reality TV shows, and like it's like, to me personally, like no matter what a person do to try to change themselves or make themselves better, like it's never enough. So for this one right here, you are looking for love, looking for happiness, looking for joy, looking for that soulmate, looking for that someone to make you feel complete. You are looking for the wealth, looking for the health. What you're looking for is not hidden or placed on the shelf, but it's in self. The moral of this story is you can't look for something that's not hidden, which is right in front of you. Remove the blindfold and open your eyes. There's a difference from being hidden and being blind. When it's in front of you, you look right through it. You're now looking for something that longer exists, but you have missed it when it was right, when it was so near that you could kiss it. Now reality turns into illusion, then the illusion gives you the conclusion. There's nothing left but confusion. So that what you was looking for, it wasn't hidden, but we was trying so hard to find something that we was overlooking it. And I know that happened to many people. You may drop your keys, or can't find your keys, or misplaced your wallet, and like you so in a desperate mode to try to find this wallet or your keys or whatever it is you may lost, that you just constantly keep looking over it. Like it's right there in front of you, and you just constantly just looking over it, because of, I mean, the need and the want to find it. Because most of us, a lot of us, hate misplacing things, and once you find it and you sit down and think about it, and you say, God dang, these keys were sitting here the whole time, or this wallet was sitting here the whole time. So that's what that one right there was on, and written, was about right there, inspired off of, again, something that I seen. Crazy pickle Pickles Gaming. What's up, man? Got somebody else in the chat. Appreciate it. Smash that like. For those that are still here, share that love. And for those that are still here, that's new and haven't been here before, I'm from the reptile community. I'm a reptile man. And when reptiles grow, they shed, and when they shed they skin. So like I came from I be over at the full 20 network, and they say pollinate, because like when the bees and the insects, they go to different plants and pollinate those plants, and that's how they grow and give new life. So over here we say shedding the love, because when the reptile sheds its skin, is growing. So for us to grow over here, we say shed. Just go and shed that love to those who come. Shedding the love is free. It's only one click away. It don't cost you nothing. You don't gotta take your wallet out or put anything, and you just go and just hit that one button, and the love is shed. Like I'm not a Like it's not a I'm not like a grow network. I'm just here just to talk and just share the love on those who want to listen. Nah, man. Hey, man. It is what it is. Like ain't no discriminating over here, man. 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 Real talk. We don't do no discriminating. It is what it is. Man. So you know, but I appreciate everyone stopping by and sharing the love with me, taking your time out the day just to sit here and listen to me rant and just talk. Nah, man. So I appreciate that. Hey, man. Man. Shoot, man. Again, look, bro. Nah, man. But I understand you got the co-workers that do a lot of playing, man. Like I said, man, it is what it is, man. Like only my homie my homie Tupac got a nice song that I still be bumping till this day. I listen to it on my way to work, and that song is only God could judge me. Hello, hello, host to all of your peeps just stopping by the show to show love. Appreciate you, homeschooling bosses. Appreciate you coming through. For those that are still here, go shed that love. The homeschooling, the appreciation, for taking time out the day to come through and show some love and support. I appreciate that. Now, I mean, we must shed to grow. Now, I mean, and the only way to grow is to shed. Whether you shedding off the negativity, whatever it is that needs to be shedded off, just shut it off and just grow. I mean, just grow, grow, grow. Now, I mean, it's the only thing in life is just to go do it. Now, I mean, like don't make no plans. Well, I don't. I just get up and I do it. And my grandmother or my wife or my father or whoever say, man, Darla, appreciate you being here. Shed that love. My moderators, you know how it is. You know what to do. Shed that love. So like my grandmother and grandfather and those around me, like, man, you got a lot, you doing a lot, you doing a lot. And my thing is, I ain't doing enough. Sometimes I do tend to burn myself out to where I gotta just sit back and just look at things. But the way my mind work is like I feel more comfortable with just with multitasking and just doing a whole bunch of things at one time. I feel more comfortable with that. Like for about 7 to 8 months, I worked two jobs. I mean, like I worked two jobs and I worked 7 days a week, like 7 days a week nonstop. And the hardest part, not being away from my family and being away from the wife and kids and stuff. But I just like to work and just provide for the family. And whenever we want to go and just make take a trip or have money just to do anything, we was able to do it without the hassle and the stress and things like that of being without. And also, I told you I started a reptile business last year, and so to not take away money from my household, I took on another job to help provide that right there. So like that was with the second job before, because with the reptiles I had, it was costing close to like $80 or probably more a week just to feed the reptiles. And then I'm like, what's up, man? And I ain't gonna even try to pronounce and mess the name up. Label, but check it out. Share the love. Share the love to we still got people coming in the chat. If we get more people in the chat, Happy New Year's to you, man. Appreciate you coming by. We get more people in the chat. I'm gonna do another reading that I have. Like I said, you know, who am I, Madman? It comes from this right here, The Thoughts of a Madman, which is my published book. I've been in stores, for some time. This picture in the back is from when I had hair, which I no longer have. But you can see my reflection in the you can see my reflection in the you can see the light on top of my head. And this picture right here is a silhouette, of me with the hair and stuff like that. Father versus son. What's up, man? Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, so like this is like Madman Serpents. Madman comes from, you know, the thoughts of a madman. The thoughts of a madman came from, just going to see doctors and growing up in school and being in school. They placed you in special classes. They wanted to place all kind of medication on you because that they said you had some type of mental illness, or you didn't grow or read as fast as the other kids and stuff like that. So they just put that label on you as being seriously mentally ill. So I just took that right there and just made me Madman Serpents. And then the love that I have for the reptiles, and just put together this channel. One day my wife said, you should do a YouTube channel. So I said okay. And in my first video I was so nervous. I probably did it We did the video about 1,000 times, covered in sweat, and you know and until I got it. Then I got it right. And I'm gonna ask uh I'm gonna ask K and A Reptiles, because they did this for me, and I wanted to do it. If you could find the link for TNT balls and drop the link in the chat room. And TNT balls, like it's a reptile channel, and this channel right here was part of me growing in the network and stuff like that. They helped me grow in the network, and I woke up the one morning, and TNT Balls had a uh had a video, supporting, telling those to go to my channel and support it. He have a bunch of reptiles, and I'm talking about reptiles of all colors. He built his own reptile cages. He built the cages for his rodents and stuff like that. Him and his wife. Uh, I got the link for that every season. Roddy Rich. Like his wife, supports him. So, you know, if you do go over there and check it out, just let them know that Madman Serpents sent you over there. Like if you here, please go check them out. Just show them the love and the support. It's a family thing over there. His wife and his son. I mean, TNT Balls. He one of my personal friends. You know, Todd, one of my personal friends. I talk to him on the phone and things like that. And you know, that's what I do. I'm going through a lot of supporting of those. That helped me out. That was there for me with him. I'm talking about if anything was going on with one of my reptiles, I call him on the phone, and he'll constantly keep checking on it and see what's going on. And if I had any more questions or anything like that, just call him, and he'll try to help me through it the best he can. And if he couldn't help me, it's I didn't think the reptile community was so big. It's just so many people that's there, that want to help you, and help you learn about the reptiles, because it becomes more than a hobby. It becomes it's a passion. You take the reptiles in. I mean, said Miss K and A, great nail skills. Yeah, Miss K and A. Yeah, check out K and A Reptiles. One of the moderators in here. She raised she have a pythons of her own. She raised her own pythons, and also her YouTube channel. She does her own nails and things like that. So she go out and buy her own nail kits, and put her nails together and things like that. And like she's my wife and stuff. And once she started learning doing her nails, she was uh kind of nervous and things like that. But she actually wound up doing real good, and like do a real great job. And sometimes like I like the gel. I think they call it the gel nails. I don't like the acrylic ones too much because they smell so bad and make my head hurt and make the whole house smell like nail polish and stuff like that. But that's just me. Um, I remember as a kid having to go sit in the nail salon with my grandmother sometimes because I had to spend the Saturday with my grandmother. Either go sit in the nail salon or go to the hair salon with her and just listen to all the talks in the nail salon. Um, so I was watching another movie, and when you got when we when you got kids and stuff like that, like kids is pretty much not pretty much, but means a lot to us, and like the most stressful thing, with having kids and growing up is like you want to make sure that they fine 24/7. Like you want to, like you can't sleep. Like my wife was pregnant, it was just so stressful because you want to make sure that the baby is healthy. You want to make sure that the baby is comfortable. And like you, even when the baby is here, you know what I mean, even any little fall or trip or when a baby cries, you just want to run to the rescue and just see what's going on. So it's like it's a lot. You know what I mean? Because you care and you want to make sure that your kids is healthy. I grew up. I'm the oldest out of six kids. I grew up in the house with three brothers and two sisters, and my father has a daughter. That she live in North Carolina, and and we close. We real close. Yes, it is stressful, especially being pregnant and want to eat, and eat. Yeah, like just like dealing with my wife and stuff. Like like I remember one time we was at Walmart and I don't know what I did. I had took a piece of her cheeseburger or her French fries and she really got mad and started crying and stuff like that because I had took a piece of her stuff and and but like yeah, just one you know just you want to make sure that they eat properly and things like that. And like so with me having three brothers and three brothers and three sisters, and now like, and I'm the oldest out of the bunch. Like I looked after them, and yeah, those emotions are definitely real. And like just having brothers and sisters, and watching them grow up and they kids, and they have kids now, and like so I look at them as my own. Our family was real close growing up. Every New Year's we spent together. My mom had a nice big old house where we had a attic that had two bedrooms and a bathroom. Then my mom's the level of floor that my mom's was on, it was four bedrooms and a bathroom. Then we had the living room and dining room and the kitchen and like a little whatever you want to call it, like a study room or so. And so everyone we had the holidays, everybody came over to the house and we have a house full, and everybody spent the night. And this was back in the day when we had the James Bond game 007, where we played the 007 games and for the Nintendo 64. And we had the I think it was called San Francisco Rush, and then where Dreamcast came out with NFL 2K with my boy Randy Moss on the front cover. I love football. So with that right there, we spent a lot of time with family, and everybody older now. My my brothers and sisters. My husband loved playing that game with the kiddos. Yeah, like I love playing games. Like I haven't had the time for it. I mean, like, I haven't had the time for it, but I love playing video games. Like my brother live in Arizona, and I got a couple boys that live in New Jersey, and then I got my other boys and cousins that live about 4 hours away from me, and we all in different states and different locations, and we on the game together, playing the game and with the headset on, and we all talking and communicating to each other. And I'm talking about I'll be on the game sometimes for hours, and sometimes my wife would get so upset that she won't break the TV and things like that, or break my game in the one game that it was, she the one that brought it for me. Um so but yeah, but we have fun and things like that, and we chill and we hang out on the game system. That's how we keep in contact with each other and stuff. So, but I don't know, my oldness is catching up to me. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. The kiddos playing games. The emotions are real. I know. Say you could be a trip, man. Look, if like the best thing, could be could be the best thing for those who believe and those who think it's so. You know, like to have your significant other, your wife, girlfriend, whatever it is, just to have that companion there with you, and just to talk and to have somebody to talk to and have fun. And shoot. American life in the Philippines. Good morning to you, my friend. Glad to see you come through here. Hey, American life in the Philippines. Check them out. I mean, go shed the love, shed the love, shed the love, shed the love, shed the love. Please go and shed the love. And to the moderators, we appreciate whenever anybody come through here, to take time out of their day, to come in and listen to me just sit over here and run my mouth and just talk. So as I was stating before, you know, yeah, good morning. Yeah, it's 6:30 right now over here. But as I was talking, and you know how we got onto the thing about the kids, and so the essence of my children's love, the most agonizing, I feel the most agonizing pain of the worst way to die would be more pleasant than the aggravating pain I feel from being separated from my children. Downplaying and even overlooking the amazing gift brought to my life. Thinking of all I'm missing creates an awkward pain in my chest because I know it was my selfish ways to bring about our separation. At the same time, that same feeling forced my mind into overdrive in a desperate, urgent need of change. Giving you a father and being able to reward myself with the love and the presence of my children. So, that right there is something that I wrote. Just being away from the kids and stuff like that, they definitely a gift, for us to have. And I had wrote something in my book about that. And, let me see. And in the book, like I said, when I wrote this book right here, it was like it was just straight simple thoughts, and I didn't really want too much. I didn't want them to like try to change my words around or do anything to it because like when I write, and how it comes out is just how it comes out, and that right there makes my writing unique to myself because it's a real expressed feeling that I'm feeling at that moment, and like you try to change words or mix it around and it takes away from the actual genuine feeling. And when I write, it's a lot of emotion because I put emotion into it because I believe me personally when I got to think about what I'm going to say next, it's taken away from it. So instead of you having to think about the words that I'm saying, I'd rather for you just to feel the words that I'm saying. You feel it more, touch your heart more than it touch your mind because I don't. I'd rather for not for you to I mean, thing. So, American Life in the Philippines gave the thumbs up with the heart. Homeschooling bosses, I made sure coming in that Mrs. Can. All right, um, so they say a man don't cry. It's like saying people don't die. As I look to the sky with a tear in my eye, as I hear my baby cry, playing as if I don't know why. When the dad is always high and don't kiss the mother goodbye. Am I less than a man because I grew up shy or was ashamed to cry? With the pain I'm feeling just looking at this ceiling. When I was ripping and running and never planning for nothing, but always looking for something. When all along I was only running from being the man who let his feelings show and to be around and watch his children grow. So, you know, with that right there, when I was writing this, you know, like Um, Joe, what's up, man? How you doing today? I appreciate you coming through. Hey, man, go check out my homie Joe, man. Show him, shed that love, shed the love to my homie Joe, man. I appreciate you coming through. Let's shed the love to Joe. So when I had wrote this right here, it was pretty much like being in a house and and the kid is just crying and you just want to just avoid everything and you leave the house and like I grew up in the house with my grandmother and grandfather. Before one left the house, they'd kiss each other, see you later, because when you leave that house you never know if you're going to see that person again ever. So they just shared the love to each other, you know when one left the house and stuff like that. So, and then, like I grew up shy, and I was afraid to show emotion in front of people. Like, I was afraid to cry, because like it was frowned upon on, and you called a big sissy or whatever. Happy New Year's, bro. Chewy LTD. Happy New Year's to you, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Let's shed that love to the moderators whenever we see anyone come into this room. Let's shed that love. Homeschooling boss. I appreciate you being here and you've been here you've been here the whole time that I've been here. So as my moderators, whenever we here, just we as me again being a reptile person, and when a reptile grows and they shed in their old skin to grow. So when we reach out to a person or when we ask for a person to reach out, we're going to that person and we're going to go shed that love to the person, because it's free to share love. It don't cost us a thing to share love, and that's what I look for, and that's what helped me. And I'm gonna read another page of the thoughts of a madman. I'm gonna go to something else, and we see. See. All right, so with this right here, right? Um, Now I grew up in it. Like where I grew up at. It was a bad neighborhood and stuff. It definitely was bad. Like when we went to school and when we got out of school, I'm working on a native fish article for the fish fan, but it gets tough finding footage when when we cannot keep them in Canada. At Jordan Hernandez. Hey, check out Chewy LTD and Joe. And so like when like we had on a one neighborhood on one neighborhood, like you had like the one big family where it was like 15 brothers and like 30 cousins. So when you got into an argument with one, you wind up just getting into it with everybody and stuff on the one neighborhood and stuff like that. It is illegal for us to keep native fish or anything in Canada. So so this story right here. So remember as a kid, you would tell your mother someone did something to you. And she would go to that person's parents or even to your teacher and ask why someone hitting my child. Not once did she ask you what did you or why he slash she hit you or anything like that. Then comes to find out you was the problem. But she still didn't care. So she minimized it. He had to provoke you while the other kid was just defending himself from you. So now you grow up spoiled and just feel like the world owes you anything. And that was the one thing that I had because I've been through a lot of things where you know I was picked on and things like that, and instead of being asked what happened, like I just get in trouble because I was just the problem and stuff. We always share the love. Yeah, let's share that love, man. Appreciate it. Um, we got new people here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and read one of the things that I wrote because again, you know, Madman Serpents. Madman is from again from my published book, The Thoughts of a Madman. And serpents come from my love and passion for reptiles. So throughout my life, I may have throughout my life I may have hurt many have hurt me. Every year a tree lose their leaves, and every year my age go up a number. It takes a mother and a father to create a child, but only the mother to give birth to the child. A child gains a new scar every year. The wounds may heal, but that mark is there to reflect on. I covered my mirrors because I hated the person it reflected. Till one day, by mistake, I seen the person that wasn't me, but the person that I was supposed to be. This year the leaves fell off but didn't grow back. And the number of this age brought greater days, reflecting on every mark and scar, but seeing the reflection of a man. Not dwelling on my past, not dwelling on my past history, but in the deepest thought to provide a better life to my children and to better life to the child who was birthed by the mother and who lived without the father that played a major role in the creation of his being here. That old tree died, but the old tree planted many seeds, but the old tree planted many other seeds and deeply rooted themselves for a strong everlasting finish. My being in life was created by another, my seeds to bring forth a greater light. So, with that right there, again, uh, a mother, my mother and father, gave birth to me, and you know, as a kid, I fell, had a fresh scar, and I got back up. And right now, I look on my knees and I see different marks and scars, and I could look at each scar and I could tell where it happened at and how did it happen, and it takes me back to that time and moment where it happened at. So even though that the scars, like the wounds, healed up, Trevor, World of Reptiles, check him out. One of my brothers from the reptile community, go check him out. Share that love. Let's share the love. Go check him out. He have wonderful reptiles and I believe spiders as well. So go stop by, share that love to him. I mean, share the love, everyone. Appreciate you stopping by. It means a lot to see one of my reptile family members in the live right now. I appreciate that. So like yeah, I could look at my, I could look at I could look at my knees and tell, man, listen, I appreciate you stopping by, what I mean, and what we have in common, the love for the reptiles, the love for the animals, so like and y'all been very supportive of me, and some scars are so relevant, they tell you who you are, where you've been, and where you're going. Like I was watching Joe channel yesterday. I was in his live, and please go check him out. Real nice and humble person. And what he was saying about his life experience, know what I mean, it shows through the energy that you just could tell off a person just from watching just from watching a person on YouTube. So I haven't even been in the same area with him, but you just that positive vibe, and and a real genuine person, it comes right through the screen, your cell phone, your laptop. If you got the smart TV and it's hooked up to the smart TV, like whatever system you're watching it from, just the positive vibes and the positive energy just come right through. And he was telling a story about where he lived at. Him and his family lived in the garage. It had all the proper utilities and things, and how we came about that. Talking about that, we was talking about the different things where in life, like I'm afraid of rodents. Like I'm terrified of rodents and stuff like that. And that's how we was saying, just we lived at the different little visitors that we had, and I was saying, and they were talking about the different things that we ate, and I had said in the house I lived in, we had a million roaches, and I ain't even exaggerating. I even had some as pets and stuff like that. Oh man, so but yeah, man, is when we hey, homeschooling. Look, man, look. You know, I appreciate you being here. You know what I mean? You being here, you have been very, very active, and you have been, you've been contributing to, me rambling on, and so as I said, my name is Madman Serpents, and I come from the community of the reptiles. I mean, so it's so many people in the world. To me, sharing my love to y'all, and y'all sharing your love back to me. Ain't nobody losing anything. We all gaining. I mean, you gain a lifelong friend. You gain somebody that, that look for. I mean, you talking and you look for the person being there, to talk to, and like I can't see y'all, but I could see the messages that y'all leave and the different texts that y'all leave, which is is a great feeling, And again, like I appreciate all that right there, and it means a lot for those that take the time out their days and just again listen to me talk, and and yesterday I had read something I had wrote called Internet Love, and this something right here that I wrote too, and my 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 background and my history, brought this story on right here. And Peter, Stackers, how you doing, man? Appreciate you coming here. We got somebody else new in the chat. Hey, moderators, let's go share that love. So I had wrote this right here, and it's called lobsters and crabs. Carolina Skies Astronomy. How you doing? I appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you coming by. The Carolina was one of my favorite places to go to. My grandfather was from South Carolina. He was um from Georgetown, South Carolina. And whenever I went to South Carolina, it was a border from between North Carolina and South Carolina, and the place was called the South of the Border. And we went to the South of the Border. They had like all of like the Mexican get ups and stuff like that. And like they had the fireworks, and they had like little food areas. Like that was one of my favorite rest stops whenever I went to South Carolina. I mean, I've been to Myrtle Beach. I've been to Myrtle Beach before, and like when I went to South Carolina, we went out there. We went out there and Shantastic Trill TV. Appreciate you coming in here. Let's shed that love. My sister lives in not far from the south of the border, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. The south of the border was one of the best stops that I went through, and what I'm doing, you know, showing everybody, the thoughts of a madman is actually, my published book, and that's how I got the name Madman Serpents, and so but the south of the border, I definitely love it. I got a sister that lives in Elizabeth City, and when I went to South Carolina, we used to go out there for either Christmas or Thanksgiving, and where we grew up at in New Jersey, we didn't have any Hardee's, and we didn't have any Hardee's. We had Checkers, and we got Wendy's and McDonald's and the White Castles and things like that, and you 2 miles from the real border. 2 miles from the real border. So we didn't have any checkers. I mean, we didn't have any Hardee's. So whenever I went to South Carolina, I don't care whether it was a million different types of foods on the table. I didn't want any of that type of food. I wanted to go to Hardee's and get me a chicken sandwich. So what happened was I had a cousin that worked at Hardee's. So when the Hardee's are closed down for the night, she'll bring a bunch of the food home, and then she just put it in the freezer. So whenever I came over to my great grandmother house, you know, I have I have all the hearty sandwiches in the thing. And also, my grandmother was from South Carolina. My great grandmother from South Carolina, and she had a pecan tree right in her yard. So when we was in New Jersey, she used to send us a big old can of pecans and stuff like that, and and a big canister, and we used to just sit there and just crunch on them all the time. And that was my grandfather's uh mother. You have 4 pecan trees. Look, like my cousin, I believe he's from Atlanta, South Carolina, and like he actually has a farm, and where they farming, and they grow their own vegetables, and they go and sell the vegetables and stuff like that, and they've been doing that for years. And my from my other part of the family is from Virginia, from a small town in Virginia, where I'm talking about, in the one city, like it was so small and old that uh they probably didn't get pavement roads until like probably like the late '90s and 2000s. Like my grandmother, she had a house where she had the washing machine thing that you still poured the water and stuff in, and then her stove was the stove that you still put the wood and stuff like that to get hot. And then she had the fire furnace in the living room that'd get real hot. And then we'd go over there and just watch the westerns with her. And my great grandmother, she chewed tobacco, and was a Atlanta Braves fan. I definitely enjoyed going over there, spending time with my great grandmother. And you know, they like some of my family, like some of them still actually farm to this day. My uncle, I believe, is 81 years old, and he still get up and go work on the farm for time to time. And it's just like uh like I was saying yesterday, like I work, I love working, and so I got what is that shadow in the front of your book? Hold on. Well, this right here, this shadow right here is this picture. And if you can see the picture, this picture is me when I was in high school. And so my grandmother had this. I had hair back in the day. I wasn't born without hair. I had hair, and it just wound up catching up with me. And, but that picture is actually this picture right here. Just put like this. So the thoughts of a madman. This is myself, and then this right here is the thoughts that I create, and like my mind race so fast that that's what is the shadow called? I believe it's called a silhouette. And so like like that's why I say like my thoughts, like I can't write from thoughts because my thoughts go so fast that my hands can't my pen and my pen and my pad, my pen and the paper can't keep up with my thoughts. So I may have a nice thought, so I just write that down. But then like when I lay down, I have a feeling, and the feeling to be so strong that it'll wake me up out of a sleep, and then I just gotta grab a piece of paper and just write that whole feeling down. And once the feeling is gone, I just stop. But yeah. Then my mother's father, my grandfather, my grandpa Ralph, he was a crazy, 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 crazy Bonanza fan. Like he loved Bonanza. That's the only show I ever remember him watching was Bonanza. Like he loved Bonanza. He would come home. He was an armed security guard, and he was in the Air Force. And so he would sit there, and he'd come home from work, and he'd go to the room. And whenever he came home from work, he had the little caramel candies with the little white creamy stuff in the middle of it. And he always have that candy. So when he came in the house, he'd give me a piece of the candy, and I used to just go in there. On my father's favorite show too, watch all the westerns, yeah, and so we watch like so I watched that with him, and he was a wrestling fan too. But that's my father's mother, but my dad's stepfather was he loved sports. Like he loved sports. I'm talking about we had one TV in the house that had cable. The other TV was wasn't with no cable. So I watched football. So I'm a Giants fan. So I was born a New Jersey Giants. I said New Jersey. I was born a New York Giants fan. I say New Jersey because the Giants play in New Jersey. I was born a New York Giants fan. I didn't have no choice but to watch the Giants. I was born a New York Yankees fan because I had no choice. And I was born a New York Knicks fan. And the only team that's not from New York that I like, as far as professional, is the New Jersey Devils. Because now the New Jersey Devils actually plays in the city where I was born at in the Prudential Center. But yeah, so like with my grandfather, he was a crazy wrestling fan. I'm talking about we watched WWF, we watched WCW, and on the weekends when WCW would come on, we'd watch WCW. I loved Hulk Hogan. My brother was an Ultimate Warrior fan. Then when it came on, then you remember you had Shawn Michaels when he was part of the Rockers with him and Marty Jannetty, and so when we had Marty Jannetty, I got the New Jersey Devil logo tattooed on my shoulder, and when him and Marty Jannetty split off, Shawn Michaels went off for a little bit and came back as the Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid with the sweet chin music. I became a crazy I became a crazy Shawn Michaels fan. And then when Shawn Michaels, I liked Stone Cold too, and The Rock was cool, but when he first came, his name was Rocky Maivia, and so when Shawn Michaels came, then it came with the Generation Next, and like that was like my favorite squad in WWF before they switched over to WWE, and then on WCW we had we had the NWO. Am I familiar with Bret the Hitman Hart? Yeah, come on, man. Bret Hart. You had Bret Hart. You had his brother Owen Hart. You had Jimmy the Noville Hart. You had the British Bulldog, and you had Bret Hart sister. You had the Hart Foundation. I love wrestling. I love wrestling. Yeah, the Rock is cool. The Rock is actually from Pennsylvania where I was living at. Yeah, like I remember the Hart Foundation, and when him and Shawn Michaels had the Iron Man match, they had the Iron Man match, and Bret Hart with the sharpshooter. Know what I mean, and his Hexaw Jim Duggan, man, I remember Hexaw Jim Duggan with the 2x4. He's with the blue spandex, and he's like, oh, and go around the ring. I remember him. Uh, but yeah, Bret the Hitman Hart with the sharpshooter and things like that. And his quote was, "The best there was, and the best I'd ever will be." I remember all of them. One of my favorite guys, still to this day, was Jake the Snake Roberts. Oh yeah, because the Hart Foundation, they was from Canada, I believe, right? I know Bret Hart was from Canada. Bret the Hitman Hart had the killer glasses. He had the killer glasses with the crazy curly hair with the black leather jacket on. Yeah, man. Look, I'm talking about Bret Hart. You had the Bushwhackers. You had the Boss Man. Had Brutus the Beefcake. Tro, BC. Yeah. I've been to Montreal. I've been to Montreal, Canada, one time, and I also had seen the expos, the to I think the expos arena, baseball arena, I believe it was. I was young when we had went there, but yeah, the Bushwhackers, the Big Boss Man, Macho Man Randy Savage, and his wife Scary Sherry. I have to go over to live stream. Hope you all have a great night and see y'all later. Carolina Skies, I appreciate you stopping by, and it meant a lot. Uh, South Carolina, my Carolina friend, appreciate you coming through here, man. It means a lot. But said you're an Islanders fan from back to the '80s. Well, that's when I was born. I was born in the '80s. Well, y'all, it's countdown to dinner. I enjoyed the LS and looking forward to chatting. You catch me again. Be safe. I appreciate you for stopping by. For everyone that came by here, I appreciate it. I know I gotta get ready to wrap it up because I know one of my guys from AAP is coming through. And K and A Reptiles, if you can drop TNT balls link again. And I appreciate the love and support. And I could go on about wrestling. I could go on about wrestling for days. I wrestled in high school. I wrestled in middle school. I wrestled a year in college. Like I love wrestling. When you go back to the late '90s and the early 2000s to the mid 2000s about football, like we could sit and we could sit and talk, have a pleasant talk, because I really don't talk about really talk with sports with others, things that could be debated and things like that. I stay away from that. Oh yeah, I had only we got something called the Boys and Girls Club. If y'all can check out that link right there, that K and A reptiles had put. So also check out the moderators pages as well, K and A reptiles and homeschooling bosses. And check that link out that K and A reptiles put down. And like I appreciate everybody coming through. And like yeah, we got the Boys and Girls Club where I grew up at in New Jersey. We had the Boys and Girls Club, and where that's where I actually met Shaquille O'Neal at the retired basketball player that played for the Orlando Magics, the Lakers, and things like that. Bro, you were born in the '80s. I was born in the '70s. I did. Now. Yeah, I was born in 1986. Um, yeah, I got a cousin that actually was a professional wrestler, and and like yeah, but Shaq he helped he put money into the Boys and Girls Club and and that's where I met him at. He was born in the '50s. Hey man, I appreciate you being here, and I check keep checking you out and stuff, and learn something. But I had a cousin, and my uncle was telling me a story because I knew my cousin wrestled, but I never seen any of his YouTube videos. So next time I have a live, I'm gonna drop the link to my cousin's YouTube video. So my uncle was telling me a story. He said, "Man, like when they was younger, they didn't know that wrestling wasn't like really contact of how they thought it was. So they said that my uncle and my cousin's son they would be in the audience watching my cousin wrestle, and they said that they'd be in the stands just crying because my cousin my cousin never won. They just whoop his butt so bad to where he'd get his butt whooped in the ring, and then once he leave out the ring, he'd put his suit on and leave out. So my uncle said that they always said that my cousin could take a good butt whooping, but I mean he never won. So I thought that was real funny and cool. But my cousin was actually a professional wrestler. I can't always learn things about snakes. Just keep the way around me. Laugh out loud. Yeah, look, man. Like my wife is again Mrs. K and A Reptiles, and like it's a channel called Prehistoric Pets, and we grew up like we was watching Prehistoric Pets the one day, and she went on the binge watch of watching Prehistoric Pets, and then with Prehistoric Pets, he was a that's what they call he was a jobber. I guess that's what it is, where he just went in there and just took the punishment from all the other top wrestlers and stuff like that. I guess that's what it called. But yeah, K&A Reptiles, like she went on the bench and watched all Prehistoric Pets videos, and watching those videos, she just fell in love with the reptiles. Like she was scared of the snakes, but she started seeing yellow snakes and white and black snakes and all white snakes and white and black snakes and snakes with orange eyes and snakes with green eyes and snakes with blue eyes and like snakes that looked like a pumpkin and things like that. And she's like like I know you like snakes. Like what you think about getting one? So like once that got put in my head, I'm like, all right, I gotta go out and get me a snake. So thanks to my wife, I mean, which is one of my biggest supporters ever. I mean, like she pushed for me to get the reptiles, and like she pushed for it, and like this is the whole reason for Madman Serpents. Why I'm doing what I'm doing right now, and the best thing about it, having somebody to support you and to being there to support you in your dreams and stuff like that. And I appreciate that from her. And your wife said no snakes. Yeah, man. Hey Joe, when the next time you having a live stream? Like I would like when the next time you would have a live, and 15 6 is people here. The numbers keep bouncing up and down. Yeah, that's how like that like like that's how like I'm doing this, but I'm gonna try to stay a little bit more consistent. Like I'm probably now I'm about I was like 900 and like 50 subscribers. So I'm probably like around 50 away from 1K, and like I never thought that I'd be that close. And like when I first started YouTubing, like I was just crazy. I was just happy with 50 subscribers, and the 50 subscribers turned to 100, and then it just kept going from there. And then I stopped YouTubing for a long time, and I was ready to give it up. But then So I was ready to give it up, and then something just came into me. Then now every day I just go out, and that's how I came across Joe's channel, which I enjoy being over there, and and like I said, from the first time I went over there, and he seen my name, and we talking things like that, and it's 9:46. Yeah, see, it bounced up and down you, so it is what it is. But I appreciate those that come and show the love and the support, and we got to get the dinner cooked and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go live again tomorrow, and tomorrow I'll get a little schedule going, and I appreciate everybody coming through and show and sharing the love, and I appreciate that. And for those that are still here, go check out one another's channel. And K and A Reptile, she raised ball pythons herself. And with the ball pythons that she raised, she also do nails, and and like she's on her way to 200 subscribers and things like that. So like she's a real nice person, real sweetheart. And, even though I get on her nerves a lot, she's still a nice person. And I appreciate everybody being here, and taking time out of your days to come and spend some time with Madman Serpents, and call this the Serpent Den. Madman Serpents and the Serpent Den. Uh, Share the love to y'all. I'm gonna I'm gonna end this right here with my last with the first thing that I wrote. I'm just gonna start off. I'm just gonna read a little bit of it. Wax has so many women in his life, but Wax didn't know how to play nice. They say death comes in threes. This time I wish the third one is me. But to think of death is admitting self defeat. To be left alone, cold and bleeding. Only God knows the reason. Without him, there is no season. Before I be left alone, bleeding and cold, just one day I would like to grow old. God chooses your destiny. That's why he keep on testing. So I'm gonna end off with that one right there. It's not the complete reading, but that's part of it. And it's not to be religious or anything like that, but it's thing we go through things in life, and it's us to get through them. So to all my friends and family, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Man, serpents, serpent den. I'm out. Everybody have a good night and a good morning, and have a great day. Make each day better than the last. Be cool. I'm out.